Hello all, I'm Sai and you're watching The Book Dragon. Today I'm bringing you another video in the pros and cons series. So today we are going to discuss some of the pros and cons of big books. Without any further ado, let's get into the video. As usual, let's start with the pros, that is the positive things when it comes to big books. The first thing is something which comes with the feeling. That is, big books are huge and they feel so good in your hands. Anytime I grab a big book, it just fills my hand, and that is something which I love a lot. Okay, if I'm like holding a small book, whether paperback or hardcover, it doesn't feel full. Okay, but holding a big book, it just gives this feeling of fulfillment, and also that sense that there is a lot to go through, and it just instigates me to read a lot more. And also, while holding big books, I don't know whether anyone else feels so. I feel like I'm holding a big bushy fat puppy dog or a kitten in my hands because it feels that good. The next pro is that we get a lot more time to spend with the book. Okay, now whenever I pick up a big book, something like this, which is 500 pages long or over 500 pages long, it usually takes me at least a whole week to finish it, in between other books or just a single book alone. If I'm busy, I'll just be able to read one big book per week, and it just gives that feeling of fulfillment which most of the time small books don't give. When I read a small book and mark it as read in my Goodreads, it doesn't feel as good as when I mark a big book as read, because of the number of pages, the amount of time I spent with the book. And also I believe that the more you spend time with something, the more you'll get attached to it, and that's how it works for me with big books. The next pro is that we get a lot of time to build the world and make the world seem a bit more real. Especially this works when it comes to fantasy novels rather than anything, because fantasy books are those in which stories actually take place in different places, not just the normal earth or environment that we are so much used to. And when it comes to big books, we get a lot of space in order to explore the different places within the world, and also to develop certain structures, or it helps us understand the system in which the world works. All those things are very much peculiar and noteworthy when it comes to big books, and I like that aspect a lot. The next pro is something which everyone will accept to when I'm going to say it, and it is the page to price ratio. Okay, it might sound weird, but anytime I buy a book, when I see the price, I go for the number of pages, and if the number of pages is like double or more than the double the amount for the book, I don't hesitate much to buy it, because there are books which I buy when the page count is so less but the price is so high. It depends upon the book and the author, but for most of the time when I'm going into a book which I don't know most of the things about, whether I like it or not, at that times I actually just go by the number of pages and the amount it costs. And while buying big books, it's like a huge money saver for me. For example, this one, it is nearly 700 pages long, and it will cost just 300 or 350 rupees and in Amazon, and I'm sure that it's nearly double the amount of pages, and which is one of the biggest books which I own, it's nearly 1200 pages long, and I got it for like 240 rupees, which is like insanely cheap. Okay, the number of pages in that book is actually 5 times the amount which I spent on it, and those are things which make me like big books a lot, because they feel like a lot more value for money. The last pro is something which people with OCD like me can easily relate to and understand, and it is that big books are always easy to clean. Whether they are hardcover or paperback, big books are very, very easy to clean, because the edges are so thick, right? So you can just wipe the dust off the edges easily with a cloth or just a duster or something. But when it comes to short books, it's not at all simple. Okay, whether paperback or hardcover. Paperback, it's okay because the edges of the cover and the pages are going to be in the same level, but when it comes to hardcover, that cover, it's a bit over the edges and the edges are within, which just makes a lot of dust get settled, and when we open the cover, that dust just gets into the book. This might seem so specific, but if you like to keep your books in good condition and not let them get spoiled very easily, I'm sure that you'll find big books more easier to clean compared to short books, because of the size. Okay, they are I'm sure that big books carry a lot more dust than short books, but it is easier to clean compared to shorter books. So that's a main pro when it comes to big books for me. Now moving on to the cons. The first con which I'd like to discuss is something I'm sure why most people don't prefer big books, and it is that big books are always intimidating. Okay, if it's some book which you know that you are going to love, I'm sure that you'll easily pick up a big book and read it. But most of the time what happens is, if a book appears to be big, that's this mentality for people, even me in general, for anyone, okay, who's human, they'll think that this book is going to be tough to read because of the number of pages and the mammoth size of it. But I'm sure that all big books are not like that. There are many books which are very easy to read. Things like this aren't. Okay, if you're intimidated by this one, you're very normal. Believe me. Okay, it was like a nightmare for me to begin this book, but after I began it, I loved the style in which it was written, so I fell in love with it and I read it. But one of the main cons when it comes to big books is that they are very, very intimidating due to the huge size. The next con is that big books are so heavy and they are not at all easy to carry along while traveling. Okay, I'll just explain you a scenario in this one. Suppose since I'm holding this, I'm saying I'm in the middle of like a chapter in this book and I have to go to sleep tonight, and tomorrow if I'm to travel somewhere for work or something, and it's in such a way that I have to spend my whole day outside of house, then if I want to read the book, I have to carry it with me, and it's not that easy to carry big books because they occupy a lot of space within the bag, and also while traveling no one likes to carry weights, right? And the problem is with big books is that they are heavy and they are not easy to carry, and they also stuff your bag up a lot, and I don't like that aspect. So when it comes to big books, while traveling I prefer to listen to them on audio because that's more comfortable. The next con of physical big books is that they occupy a lot of space. Okay, for example, the most of the books that I own are big books, and due to that I'm running out of shelf space a lot, and that's why there are like vertical and horizontal books switched in between here and there. It also looks good from some angle, but I always prefer to keep my books in vertical position because it helps preserve them better. But due to the shortage of space, I'm doing this, and one of the main reasons why I'm running out of space is due to books like this, which I love, as well as they just consume a lot of space. Whether I keep them like this or this, they are going to occupy a lot of space, and I'm going to run out of space pretty soon because of these huge elephants. And though I like them, I'd like to spend less space for them. The last con is something which is technical, just like the Pro which I said, that is they are easy to clean, I said in the Pro. The con which is technical is that the spines are very problematic when it comes to big books. Okay, if it is something like this, there's a huge chance that if you're not so careful, you'll just crack the spine and it'll put a line here, it'll weaken the book, the pages will come off, and every other tragedy that can happen to a book will happen because of the big thick spines. And if it comes to floppy paperbacks, it's easy. Okay, you can just read them like this, and it will not affect the spine in any way. You can see that the spine is a bit bent. It's not broken, but it's a bit bent. I'm a person who puts a lot of care while reading because I don't want to damage the books in any way. I'm sure that you cannot see any problem or disfiguration in this book because I read it 2 years back and still it looks very good, and it's due to the amount of care. And also I prefer not to put that much care while reading and concentrate more in reading while reading big books. And one of the main reasons why I have to be so much conscious is due to the quality of the spines, which is not always durable. That's all for today, and if you did enjoy watching this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it to your friends. If you want to get more content from me, do subscribe to the channel because I make new videos every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.